Welcome all once again to the 2025 edition of Bug Juice Reviews. It is, of course, July 26th. Got that date right this year. And we're back once again to review a bug juice. Now, each year I try to change it up a little bit. First year was obviously just me. Second year I added the hat. Third year I've added the flag. This year a couple things have changed. We'll see if you can pick up on any of the more subtle ones. But one for certain that I can show you that's new and is kind of fun is, in order to get this year's bug juice, I had to go a little bit above and beyond. I have purchased a case of bug juice that has come in a nice big box that of course has something very true, to me at least. I love bug juice. Very excited about that. And in that, and underneath my hat here, is the flavor we'll be reviewing today. Now this is one that I have tasted before, but I purposely saved myself for a couple years even to try this one again, just to see if things are any different. So without further ado, and thanks to the help of some of my wondrous fans and family members, let's see what flavor we're reviewing today. It's indeed the blue one. Now, it's not just the blue one. Of course, we know bug juice has particular names. The orange one, outrageous orange, more simple. Red, fruity punch. But blue, it's not blueberry. This is in fact a blue raspberry, at least I presume with the name berry raspberry. So berry raspberry here. Of course, our usual favorites, both on the one behind me and the one in front of me here. We have the flag once again, and of course the name, berry raspberry. Can go along to the nutritional facts, can see the recycling information, and of course, as they like to point out, less sugar than apple juice. Gotta have that in there, gotta make sure it's healthy. And why not? It's enjoyable. Why not gloat even further? Now, before we break into this, I do have some mildly exciting news about bug juice and potentially its future. So bug juice, as I found, has some new flavors that have come out. I'm not sure if it's a new wave or if they're imposters. However, if they are imposters, they do a great job at imitating it, same branding and everything. And because of the same labeling, the same bottles and everything, it leads me to believe that it's just something new. They're trying something new. Now, the reason I struggled to find specifically the berry raspberry, this blue, is because they have another blue out. And that blue is blue bananas. They have a couple other flavors. For example, they have a green goop, and maybe we'll get to those in the future. But this year, we have berry raspberry. A nice blue. I have tasted this before, as I've mentioned, so we'll see if anything's different. They say your taste buds change every 7 years. Well, I don't think it's been that long. We'll see how things go. Now, for a fun challenge here, with just the opening, I want to see if you can guess if this is a cold bug juice or a warm one. We'll see if this helps at all. Maybe that did, maybe that didn't. Maybe it's the coloring. Maybe you're thinking, ooh, it's looking ice cold, nice and chilled. Maybe you're thinking, I don't know, it's a little runny. It look a little warm there. Just be sure to let me know if you think this is warm or cold. But without further ado, let's have our first sip, shall we? One of the first things I notice is that bite from it. Obviously, I don't mean a strong bite, but you do notice the flavor. It jumps out at you. It is a berry raspberry, or perhaps very raspberry be a better description. But maybe there's more than just raspberry in here. Of course, originally I only tasted raspberry, but maybe it's hiding something. As for some other notes on it, like I said, you do get that jump, but it stays with you after that. You get this almost inverse bell curve of you get a lot of flavor at the start, dies down a little bit, but then it's gonna linger with you. Not many drinks have that capability, so the fact that Bug Juice is one of them, much appreciated. Now let's go for sip number 2, see if anything's changed. See if we can figure out if there's more than just berry, or if it is truly just a berry raspberry. There may be a hint of blackberry in there, actually. I do think blue raspberry is the predominant one, as you should expect, with it being the blue one. And it even says blue raspberry on the bottle itself. So with the saying blue raspberry, mentioning berry raspberry, it being the blue raspberry is absolutely the dominant flavor in this. It's still very much enjoyable. I would say this has the most crisp flavor of all the Bug Juices that we've seen on this channel so far. So if you're someone that likes that distinct flavoring of it, I would say this is one to go for. There's a bit of sweetness to it. I would say that more so happens in the middle, and like when I mentioned it, the flavor is going a little bit down. That partly comes with the blue raspberry flavoring in general though. So if you are a blue raspberry fan, highly recommend this. We're gonna keep going here, and then of course, it's gotta go down the hatch. Each drink I find myself just drinking more and more. Just wanting more from this. And thankfully, with my box here, you can see the corner of it, I have plenty. Very thankful to have that. I would say so far this has tasted the least sugary, but maybe that's just the strong flavoring hiding it. If you associate blue raspberry with a kind of sugary taste, which I do not, maybe you'll see a sugar feeling a little bit more, but as it stands, it says it's a pretty strong raspberry drink. Doesn't quite give me fruity punch flavors or ideas from it. It does give me a little bit more from the straw nana, in that it doesn't quite feel like the mix, but the straw nana had a little bit of one flavor and then a kick of the next flavor. And this one has those multiple kicks, but it's again at the beginning and end. This time it's just the same one as opposed to straw nana obviously being strawberry and banana. But it has that outrageousness of outrageous orange. It's a very raspberry, a berry raspberry, if you will. So now, I think it's time to twist the cap off. Playing a little bit unsafe here. Children, don't do this. Use the cap, it's there for your safety. But now, quite a bit to go here. This may take me a little bit of time. I'm not going to chug it, I do want to savor it, but let's finish this. That taste just staying with me. Continues to be there. It fights, it demands the control of your taste buds. That's not a bad thing. I'd say this is one of the more refreshing ones I've had. And I feel it's even more so if you enjoy this cold. Did I enjoy this cold? Who knows? Maybe you know. But I would say, so far, this is a high quality bug juice. And I would see why this is perhaps their second most popular flavor behind Fruity Punch. It has very strong notes in it. There's even a small smell you can get from it, though that required me to open the cap, so maybe that's cheating it a little bit. But smell does affect the taste, so that did help. Of course, it's a blue raspberry smell, it's a blue raspberry flavor, helps bring that out. It's not quite, maybe I could associate this crispness to a tart. We'll go with that. We'll say it's tart. And overall, I would give this bug juice a 9 out of 10. Very enjoyable. Maybe even a 9.5. Though I gotta say, I think that Fruity Punch just stays with my heart. But thank you all for watching. Hope to see you all again. And have a great day.